Never fails. Good afternoon, folks. Welcome back to the Shadow and Sun Show. And welcome to Venger's send-off, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. I met Venger way back a couple years ago, maybe 3 years ago, maybe now, over on Max Layout's Legion of Myths show. And, you know, as a Christian, my son and I had to, you know, wonder, you know, to be honest, you know, a little bit about his name and, you know, what's going on, what's this guy all about. But it turns out over the years, we got to know him and do some stuff and check out his work, and it speaks for itself. You guys know I really enjoy his work a lot, and I'm really bummed. I didn't want to, you know, I never thought I'd make a video like this because I thought he'd be doing his thing forever, unstoppable force, that kind of thing. But the news hit me and a lot of my friends pretty hard. We're not happy about this, but we understand that there's a lot going on. You know, he said on his blog post and elsewhere, you know, the main reasons for his decision, and while we respect that and understand, none of us are happy about it, and none of us should be. And I'm going to go into it. That's the main reason for this video today. If a guy like Venger is having such a difficult time making this hobby work in that respect, being a writer, a content creator, whatever you want to call it, what does that bode for the rest of us that want to follow in those footsteps and publish works of our own? Now, obviously, there are plenty of reasons you could go on about why he had a hard time, but most of that just, to me, makes no sense. The work is solid. The work should stand alone. It should stand on its own, at least. It's solid. The books are gorgeous. The content may not be your cup of tea. Certainly, you know, my son has had some, you know, moments of revulsion at some of the artwork, but, you know, he's never read it, and he's not the kind of gamer that we are, and really has less understanding than the grown-ups would about the reasons behind some of his choices when it comes to what's in his books. But if you've read them, then you will see that they're solid. Every single one of them has hundreds, if not thousands, of ideas that have yet to be implemented by the normies out there, the average gamer. And for those of you who are looking for inspiration, look no further. There's going to be something you can pull from each and every book. And as we all know, those nuggets, those inspirations are priceless. They'll last forever on our memories, and the memories of those at our gaming table or our online games, or you know, whatever. However you game, that's up to you. That's fine. But the reason it's bad news is, like I said before, I myself, a lot of people I know out there are working on a game. They want to publish it. They want to have it printed out. They want to share it out there. They'd like to make, you know, crap tons of money. But if the big guys are going to stomp on every little creator that comes along, pretty soon we'll be left with nothing but the worst of the worst, the sterile, appealing to the least common denominator, the normies, the tourist gamers, the folks that are only in it for, you know, the Mountain Dew and Doritos because there's nothing better to do. Well, that's what the gang is doing, so I guess I'll play along. But the dungeon masters, the game masters, the hardcore players, the ride or die, the lifestyle choice gamers out there, we're going to be stuck with, you know, 1, 2, 3 companies, and that'll be our only choice. we'll have to go digging online and through musty bookshelves and garage sales and swap meets in the hopes of maybe one day coming across a gem from the old days, until, even those are all in landfills. I don't want to live in a world like that. I want to continue to pick up things from my favorite writers out there, Miguel and Sylvia, Venger, obviously, other friends out there, Bruce Lombardo, Crafting Gamer, folks within my circle that I know are working on projects of their own. The guys over at Emperor's Choice that we work with for the Arduin project. I want to see those people succeed. I want to see those people, make a mint and become filthy rich, and then watch them decline into, degeneracy and debauchery and decrepitness. No, I don't wish that on my friends out there. But I do want to see those people prosper and create whatever it is they want to create. I may not like it. No names come to mind of people's work that I didn't like or love, people that I've had conversations with. We may not be friends. Josh from Total Party Skills, you guys know, he and I would probably not be able to agree on some issues, but I've reviewed his work. It's solid. It might very well be your cup of tea. The format, everything, he does it all on his own. And if this trend continues, he'll be one of the next ones to fall by the wayside, being unable to put anything out because of the Twitter mobs and the people who can't leave well enough alone and mind their own damn business. If you don't like something, just, it's not hurting anybody. So mind your own damn business and find your own joy, your own game or game company or products, and enjoy those. I'm not going to, bag on the companies that I hate, or anything like that. Excuse me. But I'm not going to stop you. My son plays 5th edition with his friends every once in a while. I would never dream of saying, "Oh, you're playing it wrong. You should be playing AD&D or Traveler. This is crap." That's what they have access to. That's what they're going to play. And maybe one day I'll run a game for them with AD&D or something like that, and show them how us old geezers did it. Back in the day of model railroads and paper and pencil and in-person gaming and smoky-filled rooms and basements and things like that. But far be it from me to tell anybody what to play. But the big guys they're trying to keep you and me and anybody out there who might want to put out something of their own. If Venger can't make it, everybody else out there is going to have just as hard a time, if not a harder time. There may be some people who get lucky, but if you look at the big companies, they cycle through artists and writers, giving them little to no credit, and then kicking them to the wayside and acting like they did it all themselves. There's some great creators out there. Obviously, the people I've mentioned, and others that are up and coming, and others that I'll never meet or have not met. But we can't let this stand. We need to go out and support our good friends out there, and even just people whose work we admire. If they're putting out a Kickstarter like Venger, I'm gonna throw some links so that you guys can help give Venger a good send-off. But if you come across something, you hear about a new product, from a little hole-in-the-wall group of individuals who are trying to put something out, throw them a few coins their way, and see what happens. Because someday it might be your turn to be out there with your hat in your hand trying to sell your product, and those people will have dried up and blown away because of efforts like the big guys who don't want to see that. They're not going to hire you. All they're going to do is, send their little goons out there to, complain about your product on places like Drive-Thru that I can't say anything nice about, but there are places out there Lulu and our friends over at Biggest Geekus, of course. Heck, even Amazon knows better than to, you know, bite the hand that feeds them. The customers are king, and if the customers want to buy a product that's not hurting anybody, they at least know well enough to offer it up at a fair price, and, you know, more or less, you know, keep their opinions to themselves. They're not in the business of opinions. Maybe they are. I don't know much about them, but I know that I've been able to pick up all of Josh's work that I wanted, no questions asked, and other places I know would be unwilling to offer those products. So the next time you see a content creator out there trying to you know, make a few shekels, trying to get their name out there, trying to put their ideas and share with you their life's goal, their life's dream of creating something that they can't not do. I've come across this experience myself. There are things I'm working on. I can't tear myself away from it. I know how that feels. And then to think that you could go through that, finish your work, your story, your book, your game, only to find out that no one will let you share it, you know, that's not good. That does not bode well for any of us. So go out there, support your friendly local gamer, that gamer across the seas, that gamer in another country, that gamer in another state. If you see something, don't hesitate. Help them out while you can before it's too late. Venger's got a Kickstarter out there. I will put the link into it in the chat, or the you know, down below. And hopefully you guys will go over there. Let's send Venger off with a big hearty thank you for all he's done for us. Whether you like him or not, he was out there fighting for folks like you and me and anybody else who wants to do their thing and be left alone to do their thing. So Venger, thank you. While you may be, you know, going away for a while, you will not be forgotten. I will pull out my my chalt books every chance I get. I'll pick up every last one of them that I don't have, and I'll probably pick up a few extras just so I can hand them out to good friends out there that I think would appreciate it. Stay in touch, bro. Everybody else out there, go out there, support your local, your neighborhood gamer, game designers, content creators, aspiring artists, aspiring writers. Give them a pat on the back, read what they've got to say, give them some advice, some criticism, and until next time, folks, happy trails.